G'day Crustacean Nation, SirPrawnalot here with another video. Today we're going to be unboxing, or I should say unparceling, this parcel. I bought it off Aquarium Spare Parts Australia, and yeah, there's a few little nifty things in here. I believe I ordered an air pump and some airline tubings and things like that, just to test out. So let's go ahead and open it up. So the best thing about these parcels is you don't have to really cut them open or anything, you can just rip into them. So I've just gone ahead and ripped in. I may need to rip it a bit more. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to have to rip it a little more. So here's the little package that was inside. I'm going to probably have to cut this sticky tape. I might be able to slide the things out. And I can slide the things out. Wrapped up pretty well, pretty safe. Not that these things are really going to break anyway in the post. So first off, I bought a bunch more T-section for my airline. You can't buy these individually because they'd be too cheap, so I just bought a little pack. I'm sure I'll put them to use in the future. Also bought myself a little more airline tubing just because it was there, and I thought may as well stock up on a little more. I also got some check valves. I don't use these on any of my tanks at the moment, so it would be a good idea to use some. I do have a couple lying around, but yeah, I just haven't put them to use, so I'm going to start using those because they're a bit of a necessity just in case. Worst comes worst, you know, air pump drops or something like that and then water rushes into it. So we're going to put that to use, and finally, you may be able to see it through the wrapping there. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, it's not going to come out. And here's the air pump. It's the Fluval Q.5, rated for 37 to 190 litres. I'm going to try putting it onto two different tanks and seeing if the pumps will pump as well as the air pumps I have going now. So we'll put it to the test. It is meant to be pretty quiet, so I'm keen to see how quiet it is compared to my Tetra Whispers. And if it's any better, I'll definitely let you guys know, obviously, if it is. At the moment, my Tetra Whispers are pretty quiet, but I do hang them from their cords and stuff like that, so yeah, I'm keen to test it out and have a crack at it. So as with most things that I purchase, you want to take the instructions, just open it up and throw it away. If anything goes wrong, you won't even refer to it anyway, so it's all good. But you know, it's an air pump, I'm sure I'll work it out. I'm not going to suss the instructions. That's a really nice feeling, pulling off that. It does look much fancier, I think, than the Tetra Whisper. So, I don't know, it's like almost like an ornament. Like, you could put this on your shelf or something and it would just look like some little fancy little thing. Something that does worry me is the little stubby things on the bottom. I've used things with little stubby rubber bits like this before, and they're sometimes pretty loud. It is a bit heavier as well, so I don't know how dangling it will go. But I'm going to test it first off, just how it is like this on the little foam mat, because this is something I can use if I need to. So I'm going to be testing it on this sponge filter over here. This one is long overdue for a bit of a clean, so the flow is a bit low already. But this is the flow on my Tetra Whisper, I want to say 60. So it's not a crazy amount of flow, it's just little bubbles. That is kind of pointless at the moment, but if I give it a clean out, it'll probably move a lot more water. But it's a good way to test it, I guess, test the worst conditions. So I'm just going to take the cord out of this one and pop it into there. Another quick thing I wanted to say was this was on sale when I bought it. So I got it a bit cheaper than it usually would be. So that's why I went ahead and got it at the time I did. I was sort of like, yeah, maybe we'll test it out and see how it goes. So definitely if the sale's still on, go check out Aquarium Spare Parts, because yeah, if it's for sale and you're interested, you may as well get it while you can. But without further ado, let's go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, the sponge filter is off. And away it goes. So it is pumping out a fair bit more. Like I said, that sponge filter is pretty chock-a-blocked with stuff at the moment, so I do need to clean it out. It's doing a lot more, which makes sense. It is rated for a few more litres per hour and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty keen. It is a bit loud, but I don't know if that's just because it's not pumping out as much air as it can, and it's a bit blocked. Tempted to see. So I thought I'd quickly go ahead and test it in my other tank. So I connect it into this one, and it's pumping out, like, once again, a lot more bubbles and moving the water much more, which is great. But the one downside is it's just too loud for me and my fish room. You can really hear it going, and it's not because it's on anything that's making noise. Like, if I pick it up, it still makes quite a loud vibration sort of noise. If I hang it, it still does it as well. So I'm not sure if it's, maybe it's not as tight as it's meant to be, or if it's just a louder one than all the other, whispers and stuff. But I can definitely tell the difference, and it reminds me a lot of some of the older ones I had, which were just like Aqua One little, they're almost like little bean-sized ones that would just vibrate and make a lot of noise. It is pretty steady, so if you had this in a lounge room or something, out the back or something, where you're not sleeping, it'd be fine. Like, it doesn't move around, it doesn't rattle, which is good. But it does have that hum, which is not great for what I'm doing. So the bad news for me is I won't be using this. Like I said, that was on sale, so it's not the biggest loss. You may remember my last giveaway was a air pump that was once again a bit too loud for me personally. Not that they don't work or anything like that. They work fine. They work how they're meant to. And obviously them being a bit louder, it's going to happen. But this is good news. We are coming up to 300 subscribers, so this may be a prize now. I'm going to fiddle around with it, and if I can get it to be a bit quieter, then I will. If not, like I said, definitely could be a prize in the prize pool. So yeah, if you want it as a prize, let me know down in the comments below, and I will be running a competition pretty soon, actually, because we're about to get over that 300 subscriber mark. So even though the air pump wasn't a big success, I still got these little bits and bobs, which are always handy to have around, so that's good. And I will be giving this away in the future, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to look into some other air pumps and filters and things like that I can use. I may just stick with Tetra, or we'll look at some other air pumps and stuff. Once again, this is only an issue just because I sleep like 2 meters away from the air pump, and if it's just humming and humming and humming all night, it's gonna, cause a bit of issues with sleeping. That's why I prefer at the moment the Tetra Whispers, but I'm still open to suss out any other air pumps and really give them a good test. I've been through a few of the Aqua ones, one of the Pisces, which once again did the job, just was a bit too loud for me personally. And it's not even like it was heaps, like they're not heaps loud, like that wasn't heaps loud, it's just a tiny hum. But for me to get to sleep, I need that much quieter noise. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Like I said, I'll keep testing it out and see if I can, maybe there's a screw that's a bit loose or something like that. If not, I'm just gonna leave it, and yeah, we'll use it as the competition prize. Also for that competition, I am putting some plans out, but I do believe there's going to be an Australian prize and then an overseas prize, or maybe a couple Australian prizes. We'll see how we go, and yeah, stay tuned for more. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little sort of review slash unboxing. I'm pretty happy with what we got here. I'm going to put those to use today as I am organising my stuff much more, and then we're going to look into some other air pumps to test out and, try and find the right one for my tanks. So like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.